Hello Blender folks, welcome back to Neocene wrong. And this sorry, is another live stream of this week. So yesterday, Monday, I went to something more scenery stuff, right? But now we are back to the rigging stuff. And I'm not gonna do the animation combined with rigging, sorry it's too loud, because well, it takes too long, so it's a bit anxious making, so we'll try to simplify stuff, right? So I'm gonna focus something like rigging and about 50 minutes. And maybe if there is something more to do about that. Where is this? Well, actually 1 hour. 1 hour should be good. Every time I got 50 minutes it was never sufficient. Probably here I'm gonna extend, so I'm trying to reduce the time of this so I can focus more on making highlights and rigging, right? And alright. So here, this is advanced eyebrows rigging like I've never done before, and the reason why is that there, if you look in the internet, especially YouTube, right, for Blender rigging tutorials of eyebrows, curiously there's not really enough content. There's not a lot of things about modeling, sculpting, making, texturing, shading, all that, but not eyebrows, but not exactly about rigging them. So it's like it's a lost topic. Like there are some tutorials, but they mostly are all similar. And these actually, I've just found out that the way I've learned to do eyebrows for even cartoon character rigging wasn't good enough. So what was happening? Many things were happening. First, I used a shrink wrap modifier on the eyebrows themselves, right? An eyebrows modifier. Eyebrows modifier, no, sorry. Shrink wrap modifier, and that usually had many troubles involved in that, but it works. The only problem that I couldn't find a satisfactory result, and I only found that very later, just recently. I knew the problem existed, but I didn't know it would be so great for certain expressions, cartoon expressions. For example, so if I wanted to place the eyebrow somewhere like here, it's not perfect, I'm still remaking the rig here. What will happen if, let's say, I took off this, actually just these bones, they have a shrink wrap bone constraint, so let's say I turn these off for a moment, and now let's get these, you see how close the top lid crease is to the eyebrow, yeah. So it's very close, and of course there would be different ways to get this thing right, but this gap is not super important but it's cool that it is closed, and the mesh is not following properly, so all these I need to improve. But the main idea, expressively speaking, is to have the eyebrow get very close to this eyelid crease. So when we use the shrink wrap modifier in some random way, maybe even in many ways, right, this terrible thing will happen. Where's the deform? Shrink wrap, let's target the face, right? So not this, but actually because this needs to be, I guess, after the armature modifier. But so you see what starts to happen to the eyebrows mesh. It starts to get some warping snapping artifacts. It's not very clear here. I had clearer examples there, you see. And this is horrid, and I couldn't find any way to solve it. Maybe there would be some way of doing that by having it snapping not to the face itself, but someone gave this idea, but to a ghost mesh that would be like on top. So the idea is that the eyebrow here, the shrink wrap mesh of the eyebrow, it enters this gap region here between the forehead and the top lid crease, and then it enters this valley, and then it modifies pretty wildly there, right? Because it's tried to and I've tried many things and nothing worked. So maybe we could make it move on top by sliding over a ghost mesh. I have a ghost mesh here, so I've made this after, but you see it doesn't have this kind of thing, but we could make, but instead, so this would be experimental. I think it would work, but there could be some strange thing, like it would work from the front view, but if we looked maybe from some angle, we will see there's some gap. Then that I'm not sure that will be good enough, because the eyebrow will be sliding onto an invisible surface. But it could work, but maybe there would be other ways to fix it, but that will be, I think we can do better than that. And so this is why I decided to, so what turns out that I have here is that same idea. I have a ghost mesh here, but as you see, I didn't expand it to the, I didn't expand it totally. So actually I have, and then the only, I fixed the snapping of this, we need to turn on this shrink wrap bond constraints here. There are some things there that are happening, but we can probably improve that. Yeah, this can happen, but so it is snapping to not the mesh, but to a ghost mesh, this one here. How do I just look at this one? I thought it was control. I don't need to be on this mode, right? Right, so here, not working. Well, control is not working. It used to work, so I don't know what's happened. Anyways, I want to just visualize this. Okay, let's do this. Okay, select this, select this. Okay, here we go. It holds the same armature deform and vertex groups and mesh data, except for the material. It doesn't need any material because it appears as wire. And the idea here is that I'm following here the steps of the Universal Sonic Melt Rig documentation for the muzzle mesh. So imagine a ghost mesh like that, but not for this part, but for the muzzle. So it deforms that ghost mesh of the forehead, will deform along, not by the eyelid bones, but by any bone that deforms, that can have expressions onto the face, like these ones. So you see, they move the deformed bones because, on one hand, because of, and there's no dependency cycle here, they move not only because there are some copy transforms, bond constraints, but also because of the fact that they push or they deform the ghost mesh. And the ghost mesh on its turn will deform in sync the face mesh. So this is very clever, and this is the setup of Kamau, who has made the universal sonic melt rig setup. And I had no idea this person here, Kamau Kianjahi, and so here is the universal sonic melt rig. So I'm still presenting this over and over again because it's never stops impressing me. You can make this kind of crazy expressions. Okay, you see this muzzle structure. So anyways, yeah, so you can download the file for free, and there's some discussions on this thread here in Blender Artists forum, and here's the documentation, and there's a file to download, and that's it. It's all free, and it's great ideas here, great concepts that work. Depending on the character design, they are very, very hard to make. Like for this character, to do the rig that I want for the expression is not trivial. Even though it works, I try to make something slightly different, and the character design is not so smooth. The muzzle is a bit like sharper, maybe a little less in this character, but still sharper, and so we have some challenge here. But I'm gonna I'm gonna reproduce the universal sonic melt rig here. And I didn't know that the same principles for the muzzle ghost mesh could be used for the forehead ghost mesh. And now the experimental thing that I want to do, it's a bit crazy, because I'm trying to think. I've never seen anything like that before, but probably exists, is that I want to integrate those ghost meshes. So for example, I don't have a muzzle ghost mesh, but I will have soon. I think this is just mainly for the face, right? Why would we have a ghost mesh for the rest of the body? To correct some skinning algorithm, skinning method artifacts? That is an insane idea. Like on the pelvis joint, why not? The pelvis femur joint, or the hip thigh joint, right? Yes. Let's see. Why would that help? Just thinking here, because if I have a oh yes, I can have a ballistic rotation of some ball mesh or something like that will rotate in place, and that just for some area, and that will serve as a parameter for the volume loss maintenance of the volume and even the shapes. In some way it can be a bit, yeah, it sounds very strange, but there is some potential, especially for certain critical areas of the joint, right? Maybe that can work. So of course, because it's a joint, that wouldn't be exactly like this, because the idea here we have synchronous deforms, but here we're not dealing with skinning algorithm artifacts. Here the problems are different, so we can make the deforms in sync. The ghost mesh on as a corrective method would be instead for non-deforming, as probably a static mesh or nearly static, certainly not deforming as the main mesh, otherwise that will be like reproducing the generated artifacts twice, so it's senseless. So no, we don't want to. We want to use exactly the a mesh that which rotates, a ghost mesh that rotates, but that doesn't suffer from the stupid, very critical, non-organic, terribly inorganic deforms. Alright, so we need to go a bit experimental here, because as you'll see, if I have the forehead for the eyebrows, I have this ghost mesh for the bones on the control rig of the eyelids and eyelashes, not eyelid crease. And the question is, why not combine these meshes? So this is why I've saved. Why this mesh is has so much subdivision. Okay, so here's the first problem. These subdivisions, they are meant for shrink wrapping. Oh, that's right. That's as I was not using this here. Alright, so what we're gonna do here, probably I'm gonna redo this over and over again. So let's go back to the mesh here of the, yeah, let's look at the body mesh here. I'm going to pick all the face mesh, maybe except for this joint here, this the neck. Let's pick this thing that is here. There's some seam here for some reason, I don't remember why. Anyways, I will the universal sonic melt rate, yeah, I will require there too. So let's expand this seaming here. Yeah, this is arbitrary, so I'm just doing this for now. Let's clear these seams here and clear this one. I think this was for another previous demonstration. Here, this lack of geometry is not very nice on this shape, but I think that's okay. The only annoying thing is that we have this strange geometry here. Maybe just connect here. Oh, you see what's happening here? We got some... No, this is shading, right? Well, I'm not sure. Now we have some problem with the texture, so this I know how to solve. Let's see here. Apparently I don't know when I got a different texture paint item. Transform, no, not transform, tool, maybe I think it's here, active tool, no, workspace, no, brushes, brush settings, no, symmetry, no, options, backface, occlude, no, nothing like here. I don't remember the names. View, animation, screencast. Okay, sorry folks. Properties. I can't find it. I was sure it was a texture paint. Could be something like that, but no, these names are bleed. Unless it's a Blender version thing that they have changed. Maybe it's... Alright, apparently I can't find it here, so we are going to look at it from just some... Okay, texture, painting, what do you call it, stretching this, I think it's this.
The second option is to again select the object, go into edit mode, and we navigate to the active tool.
Okay, let's see.
And then you press on
Active tool.
in here,
Edit mode.
here.
Oh, it's on edit mode, alright.
You open the
Options.
and then you're going to toggle the correct face attributes option.
Okay, actually the idea would be to turn that off. So I was wrong, it was texture paint related, but this is... Alright, but it is turned off, so why I'm suffering from this stuff? Alright, so I have no idea, maybe it's just some shading thing in the end. Yeah, that's bizarre, so I don't know, folks, maybe it's bugged. But I'll ignore that. So what we need here is to, let's ignore that, and let's get, we don't need the here right now. So this face, yes, I'm making this fix, so let's just realign these things so it will be a little better. So this, I'm gonna pick this, so this is the real face. The eyelids mesh is somewhere, yeah, it is there. So let's select the eyelids, not the eyelashes. The eyelashes don't need a ghost. Actually, the eyelids mesh don't need ghosting, so it's, this will be the limit. So the strange thing will be, yes, I think I cannot merge, I cannot have the eyelids which are part of the, it is be very strange, like I have the eyelids mesh, you see this one, no, yeah, this one exactly, it is shrink wrapped to this eye surface, which is the ghost one here, with a lot of subdivisions. I cannot, but the eyelids, if the eye hole augments or diminish, because we can control it, the eye hole shape, I've made this already. We shouldn't, and the eyelids mesh only is targeting, is shrink wrapped and targeting this eye thing, the old one, eye ghost mesh, eyes ghost mesh, because it goes side to side. How to explain that? It is complicated, but it's not too, it's relatively. And so what's happening is that, okay, what now if that will target the same ghost mesh of all this stuff that I'm gonna make, including this? That means the eyelids will start to go, not follow the flow of the eyeball or eye surface, which doesn't change. What changes is this. So the eyelid will start to follow the ghost mesh, sort of crazy, and then that will create probably some sort of gapping. We can try, that doesn't cost too much, but this is certainly wrong. It will be funny, but let's see what happens. Maybe if the rig doesn't explode, anything like that, should be funny. But yeah, this should, so I cannot join this already. this will be a terrible mistake to join these meshes. So I don't even know how to join them. Probably some sort of boolean, right? Yeah. And then it starts to deform. The eye doesn't deform, right? So no. Then this mesh deforms but start to overlap on. Yeah. No. This is different, folks. So no, I gave up. I give up on that. It's not good. So I will keep this ghost mesh. We cannot integrate it because its functionality is only for the eyelids mesh to follow it. And so the eyelids mesh is sort of rooted into this eye surface, which is an eyeball that doesn't change. You see there the curvature? So it needs to go, if the eye hole augments, it needs to still follow this curvature and this curvature and the sideways curvatures. So no way to combine this. And I cannot just join this mesh, the eyes ghost mesh, with the eyebrows ghost mesh, because eye surface ghost is just one surface, and the eyebrows ghost, because if I do that, everything will target the same meshes, the same mesh object. We cannot differentiate. The target is a whole thing, the object target. So it will snap, it will shrink wrap, the eyelids will shrink wrap to whichever there is mesh inside of that object. There's no way to block that to happen. So we need to maintain them separated. Alright. So, but that doesn't mean I cannot combine the forehead thing with the muzzle and for the universal sonic melt rig. So this can be useful. I think that will work, but I'm not totally sure about this region in between and how. But we have a whole mesh here for the face, except for, yeah. So we're gonna duplicate this and P separate selection. Then I'm going to let's lock this. We're not gonna touch this in the end. We can even just making sure that I didn't mess up the targets here, because shrink wrap. What is this? Oh no, this is the eyebrows. Then here's the eyelids. Eyelid shrink wrapped. Is that correct? Yes. This shrink wraps to the right. That's correct. This is, what was that for? I think this is incomplete. Yeah, this is the eyelashes outside, mask eyelash outside. This is, oh, this is a trick for the eyelashes, so they could maintain. No, we don't need that. I think I have a better, yeah, we just delete these ones. Subdivision, right? Then level 1. No, the masking we don't want, just occasionally. So what we got here with this separated mesh, which is called Aisha body 001, let's join it with the hold control eyebrows ghost. But now we're gonna control J. We are going to just look at the eyebrow thing. No, not this one. Hide. Then not hide, but delete. Let's change this target to not forehead, Oh, this is a wrong name, right? This is a ghost mesh, this is right, but this will be the face ghost. So let's see the eyebrows here, and let's see about its targets. Bone constraints, which are shrink wrapped to the face ghost. Okay, this auto updates, but I'm not sure about other. Yeah, for example, maybe I hope they have updated that. Let's make a quick test here. So I'll hide this. Let's select like this eye, for example, and let's change. I'm gonna save because maybe it creates some problem. No, it auto updates. Okay, this was fixed. Great. So no problem here. I can get back here. Great. So this doesn't need to update the maybe the vertex group, yes, but not this one. The object target is good to go. Alright, so now what happens is that I have a ghost mesh for the face, which is working somewhat like the universal sonic mouth rig. So it deforms in sync. No, it's not because this is the eyebrow. Okay, this is the actual deformers. So you see that mesh inherited, the ghost mesh inherited the wave painting. And more than that, actually the ghost eyes, they are for the control rig here to shrink wrap too. So where do we got shrink wrap here is for these bones, just the eyelid bones, right? So they shrink wrap to the eye surface, but we can displace them if we want, not for the eyelid but for the eyelash. We don't see it here. Let me show this setup here. Can be useful. So basically, see, I can push the eyelash, right? Not the eyelid. The eyelid is firmly rooted onto the eye surface, but not the eyelashes. The eyelashes have more mobility. But I need to improve the eyelash rig, so this is something else. This bone needs certainly some, you see how it starts to push the mesh there, so it starts to get some problem. I need to, because I can do this, right? So this is not good. So this is why it also requires, these bones also require some sort of control to prevent them going inside the eye. And so this is important. Let's make a quick highlight here. This is very interesting and rare, maybe. So folks, there are certain eyes rig or Blender rig stuff in which some things are prohibited, some relations are prohibited. So for example, here in an eyes rig that I usually make for cartoon rig, I have an eyelids here which are shrink wrapped through a shrink wrap modifier to the eye surface. This is not an eyeball, it could be an eyeball, but it's just an eye surface. Here, right, this eye surface. However, because the mesh is shrink wrapped to that, so you can have this bendy bones stuff. You see, there hardly happen any intersection there. If that happens, we can easily solve that. Or if it's happening because maybe I could have more subdivisions, or just augment a little this this value here. For example, if I push it here, let's say that this is already an artifact. Yeah, okay, let's see this artifact here. If I augmented that, okay, see, easily solved. But for now yeah, let's actually augment this just slightly to prevent this maybe. But we don't want to exaggerate this too much, because otherwise the eyelids, they become too thick, and this is not beautiful. So okay, so the problem here arises then. Okay, what about the control rig? So the mesh, remember, eyelids mesh is shrink wrapped through a vertex group of the eyelids. I'm not gonna show it now, but I'm just stating that. And so then the control rig, these bones, you see, they've got a shrink wrap bone constraint here at the end. Yeah, at the end, a shrink wrap bone constraint. So it does everything else. Those things are stacking like in additively before original stuff, right? So they all, the first ones, they could be replaced, right? But then whichever, actually this could be complicated. Yeah, so no, they are all free. So they stack and they still leave the bone free to move. But then in the end we got the shrink wrap. This is a shrink wrap outside, so we can still move this out. But the eyelids, they keep shrink wrap into the eye surface, which is right. But this can be used, this control here can be used for the eyelash, so this is kind of cool. But if we don't want at all, we can just use outside surface and then it just stick totally, but I prefer here outside. Alright, so what happens is that here, note that this target is not the same target as the eye. This would be eye surface ghost, which is here. It is a mesh that is this one. And so why do I need to have a double mesh like that? Exactly, I've just duplicated one, symmetrized, mirrored, applied, and then place it and connected the mesh, just because then and augmented the subdivisions there by a lot. So it's the bones that are shrink wrapped to this one, they will not break the rig. So we need this ghost stuff to because the eyes themselves, these eye surface, are already the target of the shrink wrap modifier for the eyelids mesh. So we cannot use for the control rig the same object target, because these bones, even though they are control bones, but they are deformed bones for the eyelids, right? So we cannot have these bones here, which control the deformed bones, retarget the same eye that is target of the eyelids mesh. I think this is clear enough, right, folks? If we do that, then this goes crazy. This will suppress all the modifiers, object modifiers. So it's a glitch, but this will cause some dependency cycle. We'll be able to see here. So let's just see here. Oh, let's target the eye, right? The eye, no problem, right? Actually, yes, big problem, folks. So here we got this name here, and so apparently, well, the bone is shrink wrapped, but what's happening? It's just, well, it's nothing. What's happened? Nothing more. The rig doesn't respond anymore. Nothing. Well, the subdivision still happens. Oh, apparently something, the UV warp modifier thing is, yeah, you see the mirror modifier got glitched. What's that? This is crazy. What's happened to my rig? Yeah, it's this. Just a single wrong shrink wrap target. Shrink wrap feature target. Change this immediately to, okay, already I deleted the target, it works. Now do this, everything goes back to normal. You see? So this is the big glitch. All the, as I said, all the object modifiers got glitched, everything got glitched, the deforms got unfunctional, and we probably had appearance, yeah, sort of crazy 7 dependency cycles. I won't even read all that. So destructive stuff, right? Very critical failure. So that's it, folks. Very important if we use dealing with shrink wrap. Alright, so let's continue here. Let's lock the clothes because I don't want to accidentally be changing those things. We already have this ghost mesh, right? It looks like it's not exactly on the same place, so I don't know why this is happening. Maybe it's something. Oh, we don't need this shrink wrap, right? This is the, no, this is Aisha body. This is the eyebrows. Let's not select the Aisha, the body. Aisha eyebrows. We don't need to select the mesh of the eyebrows, but for now, this we don't want selectable. Then here the face ghost. Yes, we want to be using this because I just joined the old new mesh object of it to the object which already existed, the face ghost, although I changed its name, but doesn't matter, the object is still the same. So it doesn't have to be copying all those things. So what I'm curious here, what if we just augment this? This can be dangerous because then the mesh has more subdivisions. This can be risky, but it would be better on the control rig, that for sure. Maybe it creates some lag, some delay, so I'm not totally confident this will be a good idea. But it seems to be working. Just want to see if that... We'll try to compare if that creates any advantage to... Oh, you see that now this bone has more space to move, so that some things here, some stuff here were improved. We got some problems here with this, with the posing of the eyebrows. Here sometimes the movement gets a bit tricky, so I need to make this this control rig a little more, yeah, the deform rig also. I need to improve how the eyebrows, they follow the, yeah, and I just got this idea because there is space to move here, you see. So maybe what I need to do is get the, let's make some trick here. So if I reduce this, nothing really changed too much. There's some displacement, but the rig still works, so it's a bit hard to move, and this can affect the 3D animation. But this was already happening anyways, I guess. Let's augment here and see how that feels. It lags a little for some reason. I don't know what's happening. Oh, I've augmented to, yeah, so this lags a lot, right? It looks a bit smoother to pose on occasions. This still works fine here, but as we approach, yeah, okay, so I got the idea here. So we have the, for the eyelids mesh, we already have the eye surface ghost, but let's leave this for now, just one subdivision, exactly as the body. Optimal display, okay, use crease, all that. So now we also want the, exactly, so I want this object here. I'm gonna shift D that, select, separate selection, and join this one into the face ghost. So this is somewhat the same idea. Okay, why can't join? Okay, join. But with a difference. I still maintain the old one, because this is just for the eyelids to prevent all this madness, right? So this one now has got the other ones, but now I'm gonna mimic the, yeah, so I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna solve that. So you see what I need to do? I will, all right, no, this is not right. Yeah, it is invisible. Okay, so what I want to get is to place this mesh here. I have a subdivision. That is an old subdivision, right? Okay. The eye ghost had one subdivision. Well, this is wrong, usually. Why? The more subdivisions, the smoothest are the motion of the posing bones, so this might be good. And so what I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna select this mesh here, and I'm gonna subdivide it, face, I think, subdivide, no, vertex, edge, subdivide 2, that will be 3. I'm not sure this is as good as the other. No, this doesn't seem a good idea. So what I'm gonna do instead, I'm going to, yeah, I'm gonna do this again. So I'm gonna delete these ones. I'm gonna pick this, shift D the entire object, apply, and then get, yes, get this one. Oh, actually I did something wrong. Okay, got this one, shift D, let's make this unselectable. Okay, get the new one, reduce in 1, then apply, then join, then this one I'm gonna try to connect the mesh in some way. I think the best way, maybe there's some I've learned this technique, so I'm not sure if that will work here, but for now let's just start by just deleting some faces here. Not this one, so maybe this one, and all that, and then the bottom one, certainly this, maybe not this one. Yeah, this one is already dangerous, so yeah, we'll preserve that and we'll see what we do. We can just readapt, right? So I want to cut the mesh through this, I think face project, then I'm not sure if that's works for the same object. Okay, let's hide. Yeah, I get this. Let's select this and hide everything else. Hide these vertices. Then I get this. Let's try to make this mesh knife project. No, no other selected object have wire or boundary edges for use for projection. Alright, so apparently I need to pick this P selection after I just rejoined, so yeah. Let's go back to the here and select this and okay, maybe like that. Then the inverse. Alright, I don't know how to use this, maybe some tutorial, but it will be the ideal thing. I could try some boolean, right? So like if I have this as an extrusion, but same thing needs to be another object, extrusion, extrusion, then we got this, yeah, pretty much this, right? So intersect, yeah, that's it, and then apply, then bring this to, I didn't think I will succeed, but let's join this now, and now I can delete this mesh here. No, didn't work. double faces. Alright, so here it didn't work very well. Apparently we got a lot of messed stuff here because of all the subdivision. So what we can do here is just try to get this and snap to vertex individual. Yeah, let's try to make a individual origins, or okay, so this is not want to contribute. What should be it? Maybe it's active element. No. Then I say I want to be smart. It only gets worse. So merge thing here. Yeah, so now I'll do the... Okay, so here there's some problem. cursor. Oh yes, and we'll be lacking some more stuff there, so this is annoying. Yeah, that will take... No, it's a huge mistake. Yeah, this will take forever, right? Let's try to go back here before we did anything. This boolean was not that good. I was never so far very lucky with that. I think for organic rigging, right, it's very difficult to use this stuff. It's more for... Maybe there's some way that some concepts... I think it's very difficult to use those stuff, right? Lots of things can go wrong. I'm the guy that does organic rigging, and I'm talking that hard surface rigging is difficult. It's the opposite. Alright. Those hard surface tools, right? Let's do now... so probably what happens that when I was doing this attempt, the object modifiers, they were all in the way, right? And so the boolean worked with them. So I'm gonna shift D this P, and now we have to think if we apply this or not. So I think not, because if I want to subdivide, that will... Yeah, this is a problem of the mesh topology there, right? The other way is to actually not connect this mesh at all, right? So instead we can... Yeah, I was trying to think the old way, right? But it doesn't need to be connected. If it is inside, that's just good enough. That means I apply this as it is, then I bring this one inside here, join, and then I may or may not keep the rest. Yeah, certainly not the mirrored side, right? This is a mistake. That would be a mistake. What is these extra faces there? We got a problem here. Oh, this is an old... It's an old eye, so... Yeah, there's no way how would I connect this mesh anyway, so that's it. So instead of using a subdivision modifier for that, which will affect all the mesh without option, so it's already subdivided. So why do I need that particular one? Well, now if I get the eyebrow, even though it's not exactly connected mesh there, right, it stops there, but there is very little gap, or if there is gap at all, so that when I bring the... There'll be another way to do this, actually, is get a double shrink wrap modifier that could cause some trouble to the eyebrow control rig. So let me show what I mean here. Let's reset the pose. Alright, so now if I move here, right? Okay, nothing new here so far. But now I can move this even towards... Oh, the target was lost, right? I don't know why, so let's just retarget only these 3 control bones to the... what happened to... I don't believe it. Oh no, hold on, I've merged the... Alright, no panic, folks. Let's do some appending here of the ghost. I think could be this version, because I didn't change anything here. So object, some... This is an old file. I'll be maybe a little hard to find, but we got the Aisha eye surface ghost. There we go. Okay, where did it go? Why do you have 2 of them? Okay, this is the... So the armature has got, I guess, all the objects here anyways, right? So yeah, it got, so no one linking here. It's normal that they seem to be duplicate. So here we got, this will be the eye surface ghost, Aisha 1D. 1 is because of the face, and this will be 1B eyebrows, no, face, yeah, face ghost. I've lost a lot of time. Object, I just joined it accidentally, but we got it back. And the control here is not responding. So basically this is the Wait, this is incorrect. Why this is... Alright, now this is a nightmare. I hate objects in Blender. Let's just load this thing and yeah, I have to get it back. So here we got everything correct, right? So this is my original. Let's not make the same mistake again now. Alright, so this is like that. We don't want to be looking at it. The eyes are fine. Then I have these okay, let's reset here. Let's see where I was at. This face ghost needs to have, okay, it has already. I need to hide the eyes here. It seems that it has got this, oh, what's that? Because of mirror modifier, I guess. The absence of it. Something is happening. I have to investigate, but this shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so you see that we lack some subdivision here. Oh, this was when I was trying to do this trick, right? So never mind. Get this, delete the faces. Let's do it again. So save, do here. Yeah, I'm gonna actually duplicate this. Select, duplicate, then I'm gonna apply this and join, actually delete the mirror modifier. Well, okay, apparently it doesn't care about it. Already had mirror modifier applied, apparently, which sounds stupid. So let's go back now and join here. Then let's get the middle, delete those faces. Okay, this is perfect. Then we need to just keep it like this. Okay, now I have the old one there. Also, let's make sure that yeah, let's pick this one just for a moment and okay, make this thing and delete faces, mirror modifier. Let's join this in the middle, right? If something goes wrong, we can just reapply. Okay, so here now you see that, yeah, the target's face ghost. All right, so this is not complete, but the idea, save here, is that now I can also bring if I wanted, right, do something crazy, because the shrink wrap is still there. Outside surface, yeah, it is snapping to the so it's rolling until all that is to roll, so it doesn't stop. So I can make some extra expression if I want to exaggerate. So this is a good trick, even though cost. Oh, there's some displacement there because of this motion, so this can be dangerous. Yeah, this can ruin 3D animation, unfortunately. This is a question of probably being careful. Here I need to prevent this. I need maybe to set another spline here, bendy bone spline, or more subdivisions, probably spline somewhere in the middle, because there are too much things that can go, you see. Or maybe just place this bone more to this ear place, right? So changing the bendy bones. Yeah, I'm gonna do this, and let's see what we can do next right now. So there was this idea I had. What if I this is dangerous, so let's make a knife test here. So what I want to test is, what if I double shrink wrap? This is bizarre, but the idea would be, instead of having that double mesh there, so I just delete this mesh, and then I get this shrink wrap to this, but also shrink wrap to, we cannot select another target, but we can retarget again twice. Oh, that creates problem, right? So so this doesn't seem to help. Let's see. Okay, so it stopped. You see, it warps. You want to go to the other side. So no, we cannot double shrink wrap. That doesn't work. It's one or the other. The only way this works is when we have some sort of, and the snap modes are different. So maybe no, not even in this case. Yeah, so here, no, not anything like that. So never mind, this is a lost case, so we can just delete that. Let's open again this file, and alright, and we can so the movements here are not very good. They're not terrible, but they are not good enough, so we could probably get outside. So this doesn't solve, it sort of make the motion better, right? It prevents some things, but then the eyebrow is floating, which can be bad, right? For it's like we lose mostly, well, we don't actually, there is still something, well, you see, this can still happen, so it's not totally safe. I think something, but then if we move this down, you see it stops falling, but it moves better. So this can be, actually this can be a better setup, even though we might, it's sometimes still creates. So it's very difficult to get a perfect setup with the shrink wrap eyebrows, but this seems to be improving. So, and most importantly, I think it is possible to get these some good deforms here and expressions that combine the eyelid crease with the. I need to separate, right, this control rig from the. This shouldn't be deformed bones anymore, and at some point we just need to separate this, symmetrize, right? Symmetrize this stuff. So, right, let's symmetrize this. I don't know about these ones. I think this is fine. No risk in doing this symmetrization. So I'm leaving this with this free motion, and I'm going to bring this to. Actually, what we can do is bring this to the control rig. So Shift M, I'll leave them there, but we'll also add them to some serious control rig for the eyes, right? So yeah, let's do Shift G, no, this is bad. So let's get like Control Extra. What is this? Control Extra. Yeah, let's make a Control Extra for the face. So something like Control Face. So that will be, I don't know, this, and then here we got all these bones. Gonna Shift G, Shift M. What is extend? Oh, select group. Interesting. So maybe this is the case. Shift G, color. Oh, that extends. Wow, I didn't know about that. This worth a highlight, folks. So of course. So let's make a highlight, folks. Alright, folks, very annoying thing. So let's say that I have these bones here. They are on the control rig, for the eyes, and the deform rig, right? And I want to actually move them to another by color, by selecting by color. So Shift G, select group by color. So this is Shift G, I think it's both select, right? Select group and Shift G, very useful thing. But then what happens that when I press Shift G and then I hold Shift and I want another collection, Shift G again. So you see, it loses the previous selection. So, but then we have this extend select grouped on the last adjust last operation region, and this is exactly what we need by color, right? So then I hold Shift and then I can select all the colors that I want. So this will be preferred to be by default. I don't know if it will hold between files, but Blender sessions. And now I can do some Shift M. So I'm gonna, instead of taking these bones out of here, like move them, now I'm gonna just Shift M them to this new control rig for the face that I've made here. This layer here. So now the bones are, they are both here. They appear both here and here. But here we just got the control ones. And at some point I should make some custom shapes widgets, right? Alright, folks. Now, more soundtrack. What's happened to the time? I don't know how long I'm doing this. So let's give myself, no, 1 hour is too much, folks. Let's go and get 30 minutes. Yes. Alright, this will be too long. I'm trying to make this stuff shorter, right? So here we don't need to be looking at that. And yes, so with this new solution I can still have these bones to be, yeah, they're floating, this is bad, but so here's a choice, really many things that I can improve. So one thing first to attempt is get this ghost mesh, and maybe I don't have too much choice, so let's, it's not necessarily wrong, like, oh, why do I have the subdivisions? Let's get these subdivisions on, and for the ghost mesh, yeah, let's get them like this here, yeah. Maybe even 3. No, it's lags too much indeed, so this is not good. Let's then 2. I'm always wary about lagging the rig. This is terrible for 3D animation, so no, just 1 should be good enough. Alright, so this seems to be working. Then about these bones, so the subdivision level 1, right? Then we need these yeah, so we're left here with little choice. So it's either outside or outside surface. The advantage of outside surface, oh, this can still happen, strangely. Alright, so this doesn't solve this little problem, and it makes it yeah, at least the eyebrow is not deforming, modifying crazily as with the shrink wrap modifier, right? So this is a great advantage, but it's still snapping strangely, even though we've improved the subdivisions there. Well, we didn't improve, we just added the normal amount of subdivisions for this ghost thing. And if we do this, I think there's already some lag, and it doesn't really solve too much things, so this is very, very crude. So this is the outside surface. It's really complicated. I think it doesn't worth it, so we'll have to okay, there is a chance that maybe by getting some distance here, does it make it better, the posing? Because that it doesn't snap directly, so maybe it's, no, it's still snapping occasionally in some strange ways. Yeah, you see here, so it doesn't solve this particular problem. Project, I don't know if this holds any potential. I've learned that this can sometimes be useful. I've never used for bones, but I don't know how to use it. What is, yeah, local space for control 3 Z axis, positive Z, negative Z maybe. Or yeah, positive Z, then distance, yeah, the same thing. It seems to be face call front. I don't, it's more, it's supposed to do the same thing apparently. Still snapping strangely. Outside surface, yeah, so the snap mode, it's all be the same thing. So Control C, select bone constraint shrink wrap, and then this is why all them are suddenly project. I don't want to, I've changed those things, I don't like it, so let's just delete everything. Let's snap again, so shrink wrap One constraint, target the face ghost, then nearest surface point, yes, but is shrink the local to the nearest target surface along the interpolated vertex of the target. Let's try this and see if that improves anything. Well, it seems a bit problematic here. Same thing, it doesn't. Yeah, so seems mostly the same thing. So it's just this outside that seems to help a little. So let's just get these two. This one doesn't require, so Control C, select bone constraint, shrink wrap. It will go to the end, and that's exactly what we need here. And then we get this tree and go on edit mode and symmetrize, and there we go. So now for the custom shapes for these bones, yeah, why not? We can so shift G color, then here we got custom shapes. I have a widget arrow, single arrow, I think this will be the case, and scale to bone length. This is not super cool, so maybe just here 0.5. Zero point 0.2. No. 0.3 and hold Alt, and maybe here expand. I think is the no, it's not the X axis, will be the no, not the Z axis. So this okay, so it's somewhat arbitrary. We can probably fix these. Oh no, these are not very fixable because these are these tip handle bones, so they have this. They need this sort of alignments. So unless we change them for some, or manually rotate, but okay, we are a bit satisfied with this. I need to get more inspiration for this reference, right, for this eyebrows, eye faces rig setup. Okay, so I'm starting to get tired here. Let's see what I can improve here. So it's about the eyebrows splines, right? So because the change I've made here, let's not be looking at this now. So I need to go back to this eyebrows mesh, and so here we'll go back, instead of this one, we'll look at the deform eyes. I don't see the, oh, they are here, barely visible. So Shift G color, Shift G color, we just need these ones, and also on pose mode. So what we need here, temporarily we'll get this as a viewport display as wire. I'm gonna re-snap some stuff here, so probably we can get better deforms on this by just making some extra subdivisions. Here and there, right? So what happened? I've got lost in home a period. Okay, doesn't help, so home period. Okay, it's really, this is wrong. It should bring me to the mesh, right? Unless, right, see, the origin is there, so there's no reason that the period key doesn't do nothing. Yeah, sometimes apparently it's a might be a bug. Anyways, let's go back here. Alright, so maybe some subdivision here too, even though this one is not particularly important, and neither the other one. Okay, let's do this. GG. GG. Let's see the wave painting here for this. We have some head, just checking if shrink wrap and solidify. Does this is working? Yeah, it's working with the solidify. All right, that's fine. Okay, then I need here to start working on the bones, right? So the snapping thing, and yeah, let's use the snap, then snap medium points and face project. Yeah, exactly. So this will be snapping to the forehead. Here we can improve this positioning, why not? And the roll, yeah, we can pick these two and just roll them together. But if we are not sure, if we want to compare transforms, we can see that their rolls are not matching. Okay, so we can reset, no, yeah, reset roll, try to match here, and then align roll. Here we lack the proper snapping feature, but I'm gonna first re-snap everything after I fix those rolls. And now, because of all that, my scroll thing has got chaotic. Okay, here we're gonna reset roll here, align this, and here. Okay, so this bone, this is the question, because this is too close here. So I have this choice. I think this can work. It's a bit risky, but we'll see. So I'm gonna bring this. Okay, what happened there? Okay, let's bring this to this whole block here to this place of the face. Somewhere like here. Yeah, exactly. Maybe here, right? So this will be the edge. See that it's not very good, but that should be sufficient. It is, the mesh itself is going a bit offset from the, okay, let's rotate, let's move here, let's try this thing. Yeah, I don't really like the positioning of the bone, but maybe that will work. So now we're gonna, now that we have these faces properly set, we're gonna snap to vertex, individual origin. Well, this can be medium point, doesn't matter. So snap to the included on the, no, just the bones work here. Also, let's get here and so I didn't create an additional bone, so this is I prefer like that. Usually bendy bones are very versatile, so that should be it. Yes. So I already fixed the role for this. Oh, what I can do actually is rotate this thing in a way that strange the sequence, or is just an impression. No, it seems, yeah, it looks a bit strange. Let's do this. Maybe it's just because of this one. So yeah, we can improve it. But in the end, the curvature there, it doesn't need to match, right? We can, this is least important, the how it ends, right? So the most important part is here. So maybe here we can get this and maybe improve these roles. No, not these roles, just, yeah, I'm okay with this. Let's try. Oh, also, maybe I forgot. No, it's curved. Curved. Alright, let's get then maintenance of bendy bone splines. Reset. And reset. And reset and reset. Then we get all things here and yeah, no, just one side here and edit mode, symmetrize, and now let's see if that will improve anything in the. Also, let's go back here and var set textured. Yeah, so I already see apparently that this seems to be safer. That spline sometimes. What's happening there? Let's reset everything. Oh yes, okay, this is wave painting probably. So there's a risk here that this spline is not good, the middle one, but we're gonna go on wave paint mode here and see what we can do. Probably some terrible waves are going on here. So mount mix here and then maybe reduce this, yeah, reduce this, take off these waves here and just try to blur here. That should be, yeah, maybe this is good enough for this one. No need more than that. It's just very local thing. Maybe you can have just a little more here and that. And that should be it. Yeah. Then for this one, I don't know if we need some waves there. Yeah, maybe a little to have some hold on that. But essentially, maybe a little more here. And yeah, here we got a lot of work to do, so maybe more waves in all this region. Here very low blur, maybe just this, and yeah, so what this is commanding to do is that Now these segments should have much more influence into the middle of the eyebrow. So you see the curvature is much better now. In this center, it doesn't get that much crazy. You have some powerful influence there, but some distortions can still happen. But it seems to be smoother. Yeah, certainly better than before. But here, something about, yeah, of course this one has stupid waves that are not supposed to be here. So the bone is here, so why even that last bendy bone is having all that deforms, right? So we don't need that. Yeah, now we have something working more harmoniously. This part is still a bit tricky, but we got alright. So here, let's see, well, we can have a little, just a little more influence here, maybe just to have a smoother transition. And here we can probably hold some more influence for the as we approach here. So that, okay, let's try. So you have some way to control this curvature here. Yeah, we can have like this thing can control some part of here a little more. We can even explore a little more, but just that should be enough. Yes. Finally, so that was the solution for the splines, right? You could make a different spline and right, subdivide this in spline, bendy bone spline to two, but this is not necessary. You must be very wary where to place those control points, let's say like that, because they will we can do with spline skinning more with less. So this is the main idea. So if we can have all the curvature that we need with just one spline and not too much trouble, then let be it just one spline. If it's don't need to have like 20 bendy bone splines to just because so it's just having a notion of where the control points need to be. So how many curves we really need. Here I'm still not satisfied about this, but this is about how we rotate this one, right, and this one. So it's not. So you can probably improve this still a little, but in principle that will be this. Alright folks, so we sort of solved the eyebrows rig. I think there's nothing, even though this thing is something that I'm not liking this. These things are getting me annoyed, those arrows. So let's do instead, I think I have some cube stuff, right? So let's just go back and get, I think these are default in many other rigs. So let's get custom widget cube, empty cube. Yeah, so this is a custom. I'm gonna change the names here and scale to bone length. Is that correct? And then I'm just gonna reset this, and that seems to be right. Oh yeah, then the bone lengths are not correct, so instead let's get this to use the same. I'm on edit mode right now, so let's say 0.03 or 0.04, so I see a little more of our axis. That sounds nice enough. The color is not ideal, so let's just get again here edit mode on side, symmetrize, there we go. Yeah, this is much better, so I don't need those arrows, they just create confusion. And still we're still a little struggling with some of the posing, but usually this is much, yeah, you see this way more close to 2D expressions, right? Of course, we would do this much better with the whole control rig here, right? So I'm curious here, something I forgot to test. So what if we just turn off all of these copy transforms, right? I'm curious to see. Okay, so you see this doesn't solve some of the problems, right? This is very bizarre, right? To have this kind of system here, so the sliding of the eyebrow like that. However, what we could do is to have maybe I can improve so this control copy transforms, right, to match. Only this one has two, right, because it's in the center, so it's sort of this one copy transforms. I see. Okay, it also needs another, so let's just do a copy. No, let's do like this. No, let's actually just duplicate this one, change the target here, and okay, change the target there, and okay, now it moves. Yeah, this is a little better. All right. You see they stacked. So what we can do here, you see, it's try to get they move in sync. So this one is just having this one. I'm going to maybe augment this a little. Let's take here. Let's get this. Time's up. Let's give myself a little more. Yeah, I promise I won't reach the 30 minutes here. So I just want to improve this a little more. Yeah, so you see, this just have there, so it moves up and down a little more, so you have a little more control about this. You see, so we can make some expressions easily just by moving this, right? So this is like, yeah, make a little less, right? So here maybe we want also to this one is 0.2, right? A little more to this one, and for this one, which is the 3, maybe this one. Yeah, let's even improve that. So this is it's a bit more arbitrary, right? See, if this moves too much, this is not good, so maybe you need to reduce this and maybe augment this, so this controls more about that. This is maybe being controlling too much by the router, so let's try this instead. And here, the lower one, we can have even more control, so you can, not that much maybe. So it's got, this is a funny part, right? You can set up those things. And this one has a copy transform, but only to this one, and this one can be more or less. It doesn't, because you can control it manually, and that makes a lot of effect. So here, let's see, has this to bone 04, and this one has, yeah, so I guess reduce this. Yeah, maybe you can augment a little, something like that. That is much more interesting, right? Yes, I like that. So we got, now we got something worse. So you see, a lot was depending on the control rig, and we barely see anything about the problem now of the, after all these adjustments. We don't see that, we barely need to move the eyebrows to shape the basic thing, right? So, because these do a lot, this eye hole things. And so what is that? These bones, they cannot shrink wrap to the ghost mesh, right? Because they deform. Okay, let's reopen this Blender file. Alright, no problems there, you see. So we cannot shrink wrap this to the face ghost, because if we do that, these are bones which, no, hold on, they are not shrink wrapped to anything. It's time to shrink wrap them, right? The eyelids are shrink wrapped. Why? Oh, the eyelids, they are here. Okay, so they are here. They shrink wrap to the eye surface ghost, right? But not this, I think I forgot. So there's just selected constraints shrink wrap. So what we want here is to have this shrink wrapping. Okay, so no problem. This controls the both face mesh and ghost face mesh, face ghost mesh. So that means that it cannot shrink wrap to the same mesh it deforms, but it can shrink wrap to the eye surface, which is only for the eyelids, right? We don't see it here, it's invisible. So let me show what happens again if we just want to try the wrong way. Target here the eye surface ghost. This is not right. This is a control bone, but this makes no sense to me. This shouldn't be possible. This bone is the parent of some, yeah, it makes no sense how it is possible. Okay, but you see, that doesn't really help doesn't seem to help anything, because it sort of control the mesh that it is snapping to, right? So there doesn't seem to be any advantages to that, or does it? Okay, so I don't know how to explain that, but well, the advantage is here. Well, it still happens, right? If we augment the distance, we get some I don't know, folks. Now I'm confused. Usually well, maybe this is not totally incorrect. And the universal sonic malrig, the problem occurs when we try to do the shrink wrap into the lip bones. Lips deform bones. These will be like some sort of muzzle deformed bones. The lip would be the... I don't know if the equivalency here, if there's any. But this, as we can see, clearly doesn't create dependency cycle. But this maybe is an inadequate shrink wrapping, right? And maybe these bones shouldn't be shrink wrapped at all, but that will cause some limitations. So if I change this target to Ice Ghost, reset here, you see here all seems okay. So basically I'm just protecting the mesh to not, right, this bone to not go behind, right, to not pose accidentally. Yeah, sometimes this can happen, but this is because, in this case, this is because this mesh here is not properly shrink wrapping more than it could. I think we can address this by just having, for example, the eyelids. Maybe I can like augment here. You see that also solves. So we could have maybe, let's try here. Yeah, we'll require a lot more to fix all this. This maybe is already too thick, but we don't see any. Yeah, we start to see some thick eyebrow, although it's still not terrible. But you see, yeah, you see the difference there, right? Usually about 0.2 for me is already too thick, so I'll leave at this value here, which was already more than the original that I had. So there are other ways to fix this. Probably what's happening here is that in my new setup, yeah, let's make a I need, before I do anything, wave pane mode, Control Shift X, shrink wrap eyelid left. Oh yes, I have mesh there. You see, this shrink wrap wave pane needs to be stronger. All right, let's make a highlight before it's too late. So folks, here you see I have this artifact here. This could be solved with, in this rig setup, with just improving the shrink wrapping of the, yeah, there are many ways. Maybe I could augment here the shrink wrap, but this by just a small amount, or maybe the eyelids mesh shrink wrap modifier like here, but then the eyelids start to get too thick, so I'm maintaining this 0.018 is already enough. So another way to address this is that, because this is exactly in the interface of the eyelids mesh that I have here and the face mesh, so this is about these face loops there. So what I'm gonna do here, another plausible solution, is that I have on wave paint mode. So let's pick these vertices here, which are not eyelids mesh, but they are also part, you see, this is a shrink wrap vertex group. It is this shrink wrap eyelids here, which is a modifier for this, right? Setting that only the eyelids mesh on the left side shrink wraps to the sort of eye surface that is below. Okay, so what I need to do here, Control Shift X, screencast. Okay, so I can see that we have many vertex groups, but what interests me is, what is this one? Okay, this, maybe this one has some influence, but this is something else. This is for the eyebrows rig. So this is for the eyelids rig, and I need to address, okay, that vertex group. So maybe I can do here is just getting a improvement control. Now let's get a waves here. Let's use the mix. How do you select? Shift X, right? So this is 300, right? So maybe on this part I can, here is one maximum wave. So here, instead of this, let's use the mix wave. Let's leave it to this, and let's paint this at, so it didn't work, so maybe I need to set this, well, it's strain maximum, so it's just that here would be good to have some mask, right? So I'm not sure this is painting. So let's do this quick to do. This is not about bones, so I'm just gonna pick this vertex group, this edge ring here, and let's bring now back here. Don't even need the armature here. So this is just a face, not face, so just use P for this vertex selection option. It's a masking thing. So that Control X set waves, you see that slightly improves, but it's not enough. Let's try to improve this a little more. Yeah, apparently this won't solve everything by its own unless you had a maxima, but I think this will be a bit dangerous, so I will leave it 0.6 here, so it's a intermediate. The problem is mostly solved here already, and then maybe there is something related to the other shrink wrap. Maybe it's something here also relates to it. Let's do some crazy tests here. This, yeah, this can have some effect, but no, it's not. Yeah, to be fair here, I don't even remember what this was exactly, so this doesn't matter, folks. What matters, so we got here. Maybe now I can just get this one and maybe slightly expand to 0. Yeah, this is fine. It doesn't seem too problematic, and Control V, there's the same value. So, and the armature, so here we got, So this bone was the cause of the posing, right, of this bone was causing in relation to all the other things, right? So we can have here also could also play with this too, but then this will cause immediately a change from rest position to rest pose, so this might not be the ideal thing to do, right? Because it already starts by, right, 0.1, 0.01, even though this will be very minimum, it's already, well, in this case not, because because I've placed the bone already, it's above already this ghost mesh, which is sort of would be here. Yeah, so this is why there's a threshold here which is arbitrary, which I don't know exactly which is. It's hard to find it here. Yeah, 0.01 is safe, at least for this particular bone. So we can use this. This will prevent us to use this bone to place it, like to move it behind, right? So this can also help in preventing the artifacts. And so here I'm gonna perhaps duplicate this. This can be dangerous because these bones, they are not meant for the eyelids exactly. These are the eyelids bone. These are meant for the these ones. So you see here, this is happening. But we can just repose and avoid it, but this can be improved by just maybe, yeah, let's do a, no, we just want the one side here for now. Then I'm going to Control C, this is copy attributes add-on or extension, it's free inbuilt. Fundamental for rigging, copy selected constraint, just want the shrink wrap. So now all of them has the same amount, same thing, and outside, so I can still do this outside but not inwards. You see, cannot push it inside the eye. The problem is that the eye itself, this eye ghost mesh, let me show you what it really is about. Okay, for some reason. Oh, I'm on pose mode, of course. Here, this stuff. So, where's the armature? The armature. And this happen, click the armature and we'll get your bones to. There. They were hidden on pose mode, and that's why they were hidden also on object mode. They didn't show. Alright, so that means that now all these bones have this on one side, so I need to symmetrize. Maybe this is enough, but this can cause some problems occasionally, but the lower side will be another question. This is not happening because of this. This is happening because of something else. I need more deformed controls for these bendy bones on the lower part, so I need more rigging on the lower face region. So here, let's just do a trick here also for these bones here. I'm going to symmetrize, but I need to avoid a little annoying thing. I'm gonna hide all this stuff, disable them, because the targets will be different. No, just one side here. Yes, I can buy one in this case. Then edit mode, symmetrize, and then I can. Okay, I already desymmetrized one. Good. I didn't intended that. So let's change the Oh no, don't need that. Ignore, folks. Let's just select it. I thought the target was different, so I disabled them so they would be symmetrized as disabled, so the bones wouldn't suffer any transforms. So now we just change the target if that was a left eye, but it is not the case. They target another ghost eye surface, so this is better. So just select everything and just enable everyone. That's it. And so this should be good enough to go, folks. That's it for the highlight on very slightly complicated eyes rig, folks. Where's highlight? Turn off this madness. Okay, there we go. And time's up, folks. Yeah, 7 minutes left, so no, I need to finish before. So folks, this was it for today. We've got a lot of improvements in this face rig. Something that maybe I could be checking here, top and bottom eyelid crease setup. Yeah, let's say we conclude this. I really don't know when, but yeah, let's leave like that. Eye hole deformous bone loop or just top and bottom. Yeah, we got this. 15 October, actually 14, because integrated eyes rig, we're nearly done with that, right? The only thing that we need here, pose assets. Yeah, we need pose assets. Alright, so this will be more like a animation stuff. So this we can do later. What we really need here would be, yeah, there are a lot of remaining stuff here that are probably junk. I've been procrastinating, but really what needs to be done here is, I already know how to solve this. It was something caused because of the parenting connected of the spine rig, and then the head moved, so I have to reposition the bones and probably the mesh, or just the bones, yeah, so they will rematch the model sheet. So it was the mesh, the armature that moved the mesh, and that disrupted the equivalence between 3D and 2D. Alright, so what I need here for the eyelids rig, just to make sure. So mouth rigging, we're about to get this, and then cloth rigging is super important, so let's get this here. I need to re-rig that. So here the what was the name of this? The, sorry folks, so lower yeah, bottom lid crease fix deforms with the eye hole setup. Yeah, the eye hole is the structure that with bendy bones that deform. So this part relates, of course, to lower face rig. Yeah, so that means that from here we are already going towards the mouth rig. So basically we are mostly completed here with this eyes rig, and there is nothing else that I think, except for this lower part. Oh yes, I must know if those expressions are enough. We can check it now. They seem to be enough. It's like I don't have like a super strong shape here which can be Oh, there's the eyelashes rig. Yeah, need to fix the eyelashes. And something about the corner of the eyelid. Okay, so yeah, so maybe I don't need an extra thing here to control this mesh, but it could be interesting. So I leave it as consideration, like extra top and bottom, not lid crease in this case, but forehead and cheek. How do you say? It's not cheek, but it's sort of expressive deforms. Yeah. Maybe that sounds good. So I think I've seen this setup in other rigs. I want to try that out. So that will be a bit experimental. So this, of course, is the, yeah, it relates to the outer, incorrect, right? Outer orbicularis oculi setup, right? And this, in this case, we don't do this circular thing as I've done here, although we could, but no, this is just like sort of a eyebrow thing. It's just curvy here and curvy there. And so this part I have been a lot of trouble with my character design. Okay, time's up, folks. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe if you find this interesting. And so we continue every day with more streaming like that, rigging usually. And tomorrow I'll be back. And take care and happy blending, folks. See ya next time, another day. Here we go.